The Colorado River is the lifeblood of the American Southwest, providing water to over 40 million people across 7 states and 2 countries. Its waters sustain not only vast cities, but also countless small communities, Native American tribes, and unique ecosystems that depend on its flow. The river irrigates millions of acres of farmland, turning desert into productive fields that feed the nation and support local economies. It carves through canyons and deserts, making modern cities like Las Vegas, Phoenix, and Los Angeles possible. Without the Colorado, these urban centers could not have grown into the vibrant hubs they are today. For a century, we assumed the river would always meet our needs, building massive dams and intricate canal systems to transform the region and fuel its growth. But now, the river is sending a clear message. Its water is running out, and the signs are impossible to ignore. Decades of overuse, combined with a relentless, climate change-fueled drought, have pushed the river to the brink of collapse. Reservoirs like Lake Mead and Lake Powell are shrinking at alarming rates, exposing shorelines unseen for generations and threatening water supplies for millions. This crisis affects everyone in the basin, from farmers struggling to irrigate their crops to city dwellers facing new water restrictions and uncertainty. The era of unlimited water is over. We must face the reality of a hotter, drier future, where every drop counts and tough choices must be made. The fate of the river is tied to the fate of our communities, economies, and security. Our way of life depends on finding solutions. This is not just an environmental issue, it's a human and economic one, touching every aspect of life in the Southwest. The challenge is immense, but so is our capacity for innovation and cooperation. New technologies and creative policies offer hope for a sustainable future. We must come together, across states, communities, and backgrounds, to protect this vital lifeline for generations to come. The time to act is now. Every effort, big or small, can make a difference in preserving the river. Our future depends on it. The choices we make today will shape the destiny of the Colorado River, and all who rely on its life-giving waters. The Colorado River's crisis began with a fatal miscalculation. We promised more water than the river could provide. The 1922 Colorado River Compact was based on unusually wet years, over-allocating water to states in Mexico. For decades we lived on borrowed water, draining reservoirs to meet demand. Now, a 2-decade drought and rising temperatures have exposed the system's fragility. Climate change is shrinking the mountain snowpack, the river's main source, and increasing evaporation. Even average snowfall years now yield less water for the river. The winter of 2024 to 25 was among the driest on record, erasing previous gains and pushing reservoirs toward crisis. The river's flow has dropped 20% since the 20th century, and the trend is worsening. We can't plan for the future by looking to the past. The river is smaller and less predictable. Any solution must address both our use and the changing climate. Lake Mead and Lake Powell, the river's 2 largest reservoirs, are stark symbols of crisis. Once nearly full, they are now 2/3 empty, exposing white bathtub rings on canyon walls. Lake Mead has hit record lows, forcing water cutbacks for millions in Arizona, Nevada, and California. Central Arizona farmers with junior water rights have been hit hardest, but no one is immune. Lake Powell's decline threatens water deliveries and hydropower for 5 million people. If levels drop further, the Glen Canyon Dam could stop generating electricity, creating an energy crisis. The shrinking reservoirs pressure cities to conserve, farmers to adapt, and states to renegotiate water agreements. Each dry winter intensifies the problem, making incremental change insufficient. The reservoirs are a warning. We are living beyond our means. Bold, decisive action is needed to stabilize the system. For decades, states have fiercely competed over the Colorado River, each determined to secure their own share of this vital resource. Tensions often ran high, with negotiations stalling and old rivalries flaring up. But now, a mounting crisis is forcing a new spirit of cooperation, bringing together groups that once stood on opposite sides. In May 2025, Arizona and California, historic rivals, signed a landmark deal to conserve 321,000 acre-feet of water in Lake Mead. A move that surprised many observers and set a new precedent for collaboration. This $128 million agreement is a proactive step, showing that states are willing to invest real resources to protect the river's future. It recognizes that the health of the entire Colorado River system matters more than any single state's share, and that everyone's fate is interconnected. Crucially, the deal included the San Carlos Apache tribe, whose voice had long been left out of major water decisions. This signals a real shift toward more inclusive and equitable water management, where all stakeholders have a seat at the table. Tribes long excluded are now leading with innovative conservation strategies, sharing traditional knowledge and new ideas to help sustain the river. These voluntary, compensated programs pay farmers and cities to use less water, offering incentives instead of imposing contentious mandates or restrictions. It's a flexible, bottom-up approach that's faster and more effective than drawn-out litigation, and it builds trust among participants. While not a cure-all, these agreements show that real progress is possible when people choose collaboration over conflict. Everyone, farmers, city leaders, tribal nations, and everyday citizens, must contribute to the solution for it to succeed. The future of the Colorado River depends on cooperation, not conflict, and on building trust across old divides. Even in times of crisis, we can choose to work together, and in doing so, create hope for generations to come. The consequences of a failing Colorado River ripple far beyond water shortages. Agriculture, which uses 75% of the river's water, is hit first. Fields go fallow, food supplies shrink, and prices rise. Cities face rationing, higher bills, and lifestyle changes. Hydropower from Hoover and Glen Canyon dams declines as reservoirs drop, risking energy shortages and higher costs. If reservoirs reach dead pool, water can't flow downstream, triggering an economic and humanitarian crisis. The domino effect: cities ration water, farms go bankrupt, power grids falter, and the Southwest's economy is thrown into turmoil. This is the future we must avoid. The urgency to act has never been greater. Our choices now will determine what happens next. Amid crisis, a movement for a new water ethic is taking root across the Colorado River Basin. Native American tribes like the Gila River Indian community are leading with projects that conserve and store water, such as managed aquifer recharge and solar panels over canals. Farmers are shifting to efficient drip irrigation, using sensors, and growing less water-intensive crops. These changes are challenging but essential for agriculture's survival. Cities are transforming too. Las Vegas removes grass lawns, Phoenix and Tucson invest in water recycling, and residents embrace conservation. Every drop saved adds up, making communities more resilient. These local innovations offer a blueprint for the future. The path forward isn't about sacrifice, but about being smarter with water. Adaptation is possible if we embrace change. A sustainable Southwest is within reach. The solutions are already taking shape. We stand at a crossroads for the Colorado River and the Southwest, facing choices that will shape the lives of millions for generations to come. The old path, overuse, denial and conflict, leads to scarcity and collapse, threatening not just our water supply but the very foundation of our communities and economies. The warning signs are clear. The time for bold decisions is now. We can no longer ignore the evidence or hope the problem will solve itself. Collaboration, innovation, and shared responsibility are our way forward. Only by working together, across backgrounds, professions, and beliefs, can we find lasting solutions. Recent agreements between states, cities, and tribes prove progress is possible. These partnerships show that when we listen and compromise, we can achieve real change. All 7 basin states must finalize new science-based rules before 2026. These decisions will set the course for the river's future and the well-being of everyone who depends on it. This isn't just a job for governments. Everyone in the basin has a role. Our daily choices, big and small, add up to make a difference. Understand where your water comes from, use it wisely, and support leaders who prioritize sustainable management. Every action, from conserving water at home to voting for responsible policies, matters. We must all become advocates for the river's future. Get involved in your community, raise your voice, and inspire others to care for this vital resource. The Colorado River crisis is a call to action, a test of our ability to work together for the greater good. Our unity and determination will define what comes next. Saving the river will require sacrifice and change, but the cost of inaction is far greater. The future of our food, our homes, and our environment is at stake. By embracing cooperation and innovation, we can secure our water future. New technologies and creative solutions are already making a difference, showing us what's possible. The choice is ours, and the time to act is now. Together, we can ensure the Colorado River continues to sustain life, hope, and opportunity for all.